Yeah, those big blocks there are for mooring. Quite big ships actually. It's deep as. We're probably only 60, 70 feet off the side there, but she's deep as here. Oh. Food. So, it shows you how closer we are on the western side. So I'll just spin this around here without making everyone giddy. And there's our other side, so you can see, yeah, the ship behind us will probably be able to pass us. No doubt. But there's a real current here, nearly 2 knots. Where the engines, where we set them in the lake, was 5.2, 5.3 knots. We're doing nearly 7 knots. And it's a 12-hour tide. That looks like a cattle farm. Yeah, and it's warm. This deck, she's sizzling. And if anyone doubts putting the solar panels vertically, yeah, have a look at this. Like, I put the jug on, it's 1,000 watts, and it's still running 12 volts, while I'm pulling nearly 80 amps. And there's our Genoa all fully wrapped up with our, I can't see it, I don't think. I've got some photos of the ring and Patrick's idea. So yeah, it's worked out really well, wrapped up beautifully. Actually it was never solid. It was mixed up the top with another rope, and it's a wire rope on the halyard, and that was a little bit mixed up, but there was another rope mixed up with it. The actual the Genoa on the actually would spin quite a few turns, maybe 7 or 8 turns. I was never without it. It was just that closing it off sometimes was a bit difficult. And so we went with the whole 9 yards and fixed it, and even put in some holes above the ones that we put in, and just allow for stretch. I backed it off this morning. There's no need to have that much pressure on it, and when you use the system, the pressure starts to bend the bend things. Yeah, what a day. It's got to be close to 100, but actually the closer we get to the Suez, the better the weather feels. Like it was just super. I forget what the Arab word is, hard. I think it's hard, which is meaning sticky, awful, horrible. Okay, so we've got, be interesting to see the ship. Yeah, when you're doing 7 and a little bit knots, and these guys are doing 10, it doesn't take long to catch up. But Ali is a pro sailor. This is what he does for a job, and other sailing jobs on big cargo ships, so he knows exactly where to go, and he knows exactly how deep it is underneath the boat. He doesn't need the meter. And he skips between here, there, he goes down the anchorages, and he knows how deep it is. And there's some anchor which we're allowed to use, but I doubt I'd touch the bottom. 30 metres. Yeah, with a scope of 2 to 1. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, I've got Egyptian bananas on board. I've really got to like them. Not like those Ivory Coast bananas you get in France. Jesus, they're rubbish. Yeah, these are really good, and the grapes are absolutely gorgeous. And the water here, I don't know what they do, but we've actually got magnesium lower than the higher than the calcium. Like calcium down in 5 to magnesium up 13 to 20s. Just totally amazing. So soft, so sweet, and it's got to be done in desal plants or something along. And I asked, where does the water come from originally? They said the Nile. I said it's got to go through. They said, oh yes, much filtration. The veal, I got some the other day. I got a little bit touched on the price, but hey, better in the fridge than back where it was. It tastes actually gorgeous, but the part that I got was a little bit gristly. So what I do is I eat as much as I can, then I'll make a stew and a curry, and I'll keep building it in. But what can be eaten is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I think it's grain fed here, and yeah, generally the food here is pretty good. The tomatoes are very Spanish, but you can get different quality of them, like the Roman. You see these things here? There's many of these setups all the way, because there's the Sinai side. Okay, this is the mainland side. So these things are ready for, you know, whatever. So yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I get there. I might price the marina and stay the night, or I've got to cross over because we're on the western side. And yeah, so I've got to cross over to the Sinai side and go down the Saudi. I've asked Ali about this as well. He says, yeah, go down to the Saudi side. This has been all the advice I've been getting from the pros. So he said, look, you'll be fine, because the ships go down their lanes, they stick to the lanes, and yeah, and you just skip between. I think that's about it. Without, how long have we been going? 8 minutes, that's enough. Alright, the engines, the transmissions are 50 degrees, just a bit over. The shafts and the glands are in the 30s, and the engine is 67 degrees. The oil is 77 to 75 at the oil filter. Very, very pleased with that. And this fully synthetic oil that we're running, I've never seen the port engine run pressure this high. Now, like, it's been running for hours. We've been running for hours at a temperature of 77. I've never seen the pressure this high. So, and I made the decision yesterday to put the 5W40 in the port transmission as well. And I mean, a silent drive out there. I did I got the gauges out, and I put the gauge in the reverse gear in the starboard. It wasn't that brilliant. It was just on 100. It should be 125 in reverse. So it's obviously, you know, we're 1/3 worn. But to be honest, just listening to it and the way it changes gear with this 5W40 in it is like you wouldn't pick it. It's like brand new. And it took me a whole 5 litres to recycle the old hydraulic Dextron out of the port transmission, and it was a shame I dumped it. Actually, I should have kept it, but yeah. So, and I found another 3 or 4 5W40s. It was for Essence, but it's the same oil. It's SNCF. And, it's long life BMW. It's got long life BMW 01 on it. I'm using it. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the Dextron I'm only using now for the hydraulics, for the steering. I've got now I've tightened it up. I've got a click on this ram here at this joint right there. But otherwise, it's steering absolutely perfect. So my welding is holding so far, and if it doesn't, I'll redo it. But it's steering on the knob on autopilot, absolutely gorgeous. Ali's just been using it, coming all the way down on autopilot. We had it in power steering originally, just to use the wheel, and then we went on the buttons, and then we went over to autopilot, and yeah, you could just leave it there for 5 minutes at a time, and then. But down here and places like this, he's using autopilot and he's using it all the time. You can see it, right? There you go. Never seen it so smooth. There's a little click happening, but I think next time when we're in the Red Sea, I'll set up the when I've got a good run wind, I'll set up the boom sheet steering. It worked well out in the middle of the Med, and there she goes. So I've got it on really slow as well, and I've got I've taken a lot of pressure off the computer, the Robinson computer, so the Robinson is not powering up any relay at all, and I've got all the earth off the inverters. So there's 3 inverters going. Well, yeah, but they're all got their ground off, and I found that someone had actually taken the ground off the plug on the inverter here, but I took the inverter earth ground off just in case. So that's done, and she's running smooth as, just lovely. So I've got 2 plugs, and to fire up the Robinson now, I turn the fuse on, just in case there's a problem on the 240 with the generator or the shore power. So when we turn the shore power off, I turn the fuse on, and then I turn the inverters on to make sure that the inverters have got the ground off, which is what they are. And then I plug in. I've got 2 16 amp plugs, Euros, and I've got both wired up in parallel tandem, the two pins to handle the 10 amps, and just plug it in. So, but with today, as you can see, with the solar panel and the both engines running, there's, you know, this DC is capable of probably 150 amps, easy. So just the solar alone we're sitting on 14 volts, 14.02 volts all day, with the inverters, everything going. So anyway, look, let's get off. Everything's going okay so far. Ali's happy with how the boat's handling and running. We've got enough fuel. The fuel filters seem to be clean enough. So we got yeah. She's running as better as she's ever run, the old girl. Just keeping at it. Just doing a job every, stay 2 weeks, week and a half, whatever. Do what's needed and move on. Otherwise, you're just going to end up. We are close, aren't we? Probably 30 feet away. So, yeah, fix it. If it needs fixing, just fix it. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate, and get it done. And it just works out in the end. Wow. Wonder what he's selling. This guy here. Huh. Anyway, I'm off. See you later.